Hey everyone, welcome to 321 Michigan. My name is Ashley Ross and I am going to be your host today. I'm joined by Stephanie LeDonne from Essence Content. Thanks for joining me today, Stephanie.
Absolutely. I'm
I'm so
happy to
excited.
be here.
I'm happy to have you. Thank you. So, Stephanie, can you tell us a little bit about what Essence Content is and what you do for people?
Yeah, so Essence Content is a health and wellness content agency. What we do is we write anything from social media posts to blogs to white papers, ebooks, all of that fun stuff for your business. So that you can gain traction via search engine optimization and yeah, with compelling content.
Awesome. What is the number one thing that you are currently working on right now?
So right now I'm really trying to build up like our current blog, just so people can see what we're all about, and it's all about entrepreneurial wellness. So it's to give our audience some tips and tricks to balance their life a bit more, body, mind, and spirit.
That's
Um,
amazing. We all need more of that.
yeah. So that, and then, yeah, just kind of client work and divvying out tasks to interns.
That's awesome. So yeah, let's dive into that a little bit. So before this recent, what maybe like the last month or so, you had been primarily a solopreneur, and now you have interns working for you. What has that been like?
It's been kind of crazy. It's really easy to work by yourself because you don't have to like relay information to people all the time. Um,
Yes,
so learning how to really be in contact with everyone all the time and make sure they're on track and that we're on the same page has been a new challenge for me, but a fun challenge. And also figuring out what exactly to assign each intern has been a challenge. But it's like even a month in, it's hard to know exactly like where their strong point is. I feel like uh,
definitely.
a month and a half, 2 months in is where you really start to like see what they can do and yeah, push them a little bit harder to create like professional quality work basically on their own.
Yeah, because they're mostly coming right out of college, right?
Yeah, I think I might have like a sophomore or two, but most of them are juniors and seniors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they've already been in school for a bit, but this gives them a chance to kind of get hands-on experience. And we've talked about this a little bit of the difference between education and that kind of more sandbox setting, and then actually out in the real world, how business works, how you um, work for a client versus doing it as more of a project-based thing is kind of different for them.
Yeah, it really is because like when you're writing something for school, you don't your audience is academia, so you write very straight and just formal. And this kind of writing requires a lot of engaging writing. If you're not engaging your audience within the first few seconds, they're gonna click off of your post or the page. They're gonna scroll, and they're not gonna care what you have to say. So you really have to think about your audience and who you're talking to, and keep your brand and like when you're the brand that you're working for in mind because they have their own personality and voice too.
Yeah, there's a lot more stakeholders involved when you're actually working with a real client. Um, and I think that this is a really important thing, especially for where we live here in Michigan. We don't always have a lot of opportunities. We don't have as many big cities nearby where we can go do actual internships or something like that while we're in school. So having this as a resource is huge, to be able to give these students a real world experience before they get out, because that is one of the most heartbreaking things that I see coming out of education is this disconnect between, well, I have the information, but I don't have the experience. And so you're just setting them up for huge success when they are able to graduate and say, yeah, I've been doing this. Here's my client work. And they're going to be a lot more prepared and hireable in different companies. So kudos. It's not an easy task to take on interns, so it's great.
Yeah. It definitely has been harder than I thought, like, for me, I feel like I picked up on writing, like, very quickly for this type of writing, copywriting, and, I'm learning it's not so easy for everyone to
Mhm.
learn that, and so I'm adjusting my teaching style and all of that,
Yeah, because you have an education background too, so this is really in your wheelhouse, which is great.
Yes, I started out as a developmental reading and writing tutor, yeah, and I taught music.
It's amazing. But I think those skills translate into what you do for other people now, even beyond your interns, but for your clients too, because a lot of what we do as freelancers is sometimes we have to kind of educate our clients as well to say, um, this is cool, but this might be a better decision for your business and helping them learn along the way without fire hosing them. So I think that skill also is great for just building relationships with your clients too.
Yeah, and it allowed me to gain so much writing experience too before I even started trying to write for other people. And like you said, it helped me learn how to give people feedback in like a loving way, um,
Yes.
or like a kind way. So that's been really beneficial. And just like patience, like
Yeah.
yeah,
That's huge. That's really huge. I I think that those soft skills are definitely what we need to be teaching more of because they can be applied to so many different careers and still help you be successful in those careers, but have the flexibility to, kind of bounce around so that, again, I like to talk about security as your skill set in 2022. So all of those things would be huge for growing a business, especially.
yeah, a lot of like honestly, a lot of my skill set, my past skill set has come in handy when people find out like my past experience, like even like my event, like I did event planning too. Like people are like, "Oh my gosh, like can you help me with this or that?" So
Yeah.
that's been um really helpful, especially since like in this business too, like especially the wellness industry, I do run into a lot of people running, like retreats or festivals and stuff like that. They events are a big part of that industry.
Yeah, yeah. It kind of goes hand in hand with that like self-care, wellness, um, the loving side of life and all of that enriching environment. Um, yeah, for sure. Any other skills that you've run into that you've learned kind of in your past life that you've been applying to your business?
Oh my gosh, yeah, like, I worked retail for so long, for my parents' hardware store, um, and just, like, learning that customer service and how to put your customer above all else and really make them happy and go out of your way to make them happy, and it makes a huge difference in their experience and them wanting to come back for more.
Yeah,
That's my goal is to like make sure everybody is getting like the service they need, feeling relaxed, not feeling stressed out about their services. Like
yeah,
that's super important because if you hire somebody, you're outsourcing your work and then you have to worry about it constantly. It's not really helping you. Like it's not providing that extra time that you need, the extra relaxation that you need. It's just
right.
not giving it to you.
Right, which is why they're reaching out to you, right? So that they don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of us get overwhelmed very easily on like social media and having to come up with ideas for content. And we're out here just trying to run our businesses. And then we've got to stop and interrupt ourselves and think about all of these different things. So that kind of segues into what are you looking at for the rest of the year?
Yeah, so right now we're hoping to take on some more new clients in the wellness industry. And my goal is by the end of this year, or like I guess a year from now, I would like to start developing courses or a course for people who want to learn how to write. And also, like, I would really like to expand my company enough to the point where I can, subcontract out writers or hire on writers
Mhm.
in this area, especially to start getting that experience and yeah, just giving them work. It's a
Yeah.
big deal here.
It's a really big deal. Yeah. And I think that we're going to see even more of a need as things continue to shift and we're all kind of being pinched in different areas, whether it be the grocery bill or gas or housing, any of those things. We're going to have to readjust the way that we work. And having that option to be a remote worker, where we have the flexibility to be virtual with each other, but also still learn skills as we go and be in a safe environment where you're nurturing them and making sure that they have the tools that they need, but still getting the experience and having a little autonomy to kind of, test the waters and kind of try and spread their wings a little bit. I think that that's a huge asset to the place that we live in and even anyone in the surrounding area. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
great.
it's really just like a goal to try and take more people under my wing and 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 share how I got to use my gifts to do something I'm passionate about, so that they can maybe find the same for themselves.
Yeah. And even if it isn't writing, they might discover new things within the industry that they really like brand development or design or
Mhm.
things like that. So that's amazing. So, is there anything else you want to share with our listeners?
Yeah, I guess my hope is just to continue to grow, expand, share, share quality information, and talk about quality topics, and yeah, just give everybody what they want from us or what they're looking for, what they're
Awesome.
searching for. Yeah.
I have no doubt that you're going to do that because I've already seen you in action and the passion you have for your clients and helping them translate their voice um, through whatever medium that might be. Um, and the instant relief that you can see on their face that, oh, okay, she knows what she's doing and I'm in like good hands. I have lots of faith that you're going to be amazing. And like next year, full agency, Stephanie's on a beach, just taking meetings once in a while. It's going to be great.
That would be ideal. Absolutely ideal. I
Awesome.
appreciate that.
Well, thank you so much, Stephanie, for joining me today. And I hope we hear from you soon again.
Yeah, happy to be here again, and yeah, happy to come back anytime.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
So that will wrap it up for today. Thank you for joining us. Please do subscribe and follow along. We will continue to speak with different small business owners and organizations in our area to help them get their message out, but also just to learn more about the different groups that are out there doing amazing things in Michigan and helping us, survive and thrive. All right. Take care, everyone.